Hey everyone, this is David Scarapore from SimpleSpanishLessons.com, and today I want to talk to you about something that I think is very important for new Spanish students to be very familiar with, and that's how to speak Spanish with your girlfriend's family. And most important, how to speak Spanish with your girlfriend's parents. So, a little background about myself. For the past 11 months I've been practicing Spanish. I actually went to the country, Argentina, and studied there. And now 11 months later I am more or less conversational in the Spanish language, which is great. But my first 2 months there, or 3 months rather, was very difficult, especially talking with my girlfriend's family. Now, I met my girlfriend pretty much the first week I was in Argentina, and I knew no Spanish whatsoever. I was totally lost. I knew nothing. I knew a couple words like hungry, I'm hungry, or my name is, me llamo David, my name is David, but that was about it. Other than that, I couldn't speak any Spanish whatsoever. So today I just want to go over a couple techniques and tips on how to learn to speak Spanish well enough to actually begin communicating with your girlfriend's parents. Now, number one, you have a Spanish girlfriend. That's great. That's perfect. That's huge. Don't underestimate that. That single thing alone is going to help you learn so much Spanish. Trust me. Believe me. And there may be a lot of headaches there as well, but don't worry about it. Now, the number one single most important thing to learning Spanish is, guess what? Talking Spanish. You have to practice. Every single day you have to speak Spanish. If you don't speak Spanish, if you don't try, you're just not going to learn. It's that simple. I don't care what anybody tells you. I don't care how nice any product is. If you don't speak Spanish every single day, you're just not going to learn it. It's as simple as that. Now, since you have a Spanish girlfriend, obviously try to speak with her every single day. Not only speak with her, but you're going to want to write things down. Take a little notepad with you, and anything that she says that you don't understand, whether it's one word or a sentence or whatever it may be, a structure, a sentence structure, you're going to want to write it down and keep it in a notepad. Now, once you have these things written down, obviously you should ask her what they mean. Once she tells you, that's great, but that's not good enough. You're going to want to go to a website called wordreference.com. Now, this is the best website for getting the meaning of any Spanish word, getting the best meaning of it in English. So you're going to want to spend time every single day looking through the list of words that you wrote down and looking them up in wordreference.com. They have, in my opinion, the best Spanish dictionary on the entire internet. Please, wordreference.com, check them out. They not only give you the definition, but they give you the conjugations for each word. And they also give you real practical sentences for each word. So you can't get much better than that when it comes to a dictionary online. After that, you're going to want to at least spend 1 full hour a day practicing Spanish. Now, it's really that simple. Spend at least 1 hour where you don't speak any English at all. Forget all of your English for at least 1 hour a day. If you do that, I'm telling you the truth, you're going to learn much, much more Spanish than you could ever imagine. Just by that one thing alone. Forget your English for 1 hour out of each single day and just practice Spanish. Now, of course, it may be a little frustrating at first, but little by little, your mind's going to start putting things together and you're going to start learning more and more and more. Take some time to learn the structure of the language. Now, it took me about, honestly, I'm a slow learner when it comes to languages, so it took me about 6 months to really get a good grip on the structure of Spanish. Because in Spanish, you say things differently. It's not like in English. So you're going to want to learn the structure. The structure is extremely important. Once you learn the structure, honestly, you're pretty much, in my opinion, 70% there. The structure is immensely important. The structure is something that it just allows you to now fill in what you just figured out in your mind. Now fill that in with more vocabulary and more words and you're going to be speaking Spanish much more rapidly once you grasp the structure. Now, if you could afford it, I recommend that you get Spanish lessons. Me, for instance, I went to Argentina and I took lessons for several months, and that was a great thing for me because the number one thing that the lessons helped me do was learn the grammar and the structure of the language. They're not absolutely necessary. If you don't have the money, don't worry about it. The lessons aren't absolutely necessary, but if you have the money and you have the time, I highly recommend that you go get personal lessons. Group lessons are good as well. I started off with group lessons for a couple months, then after that I transitioned to private lessons for several months. So in all I had about 4 months of lessons, all in all. So if you could get lessons, I highly recommend it. If not, I'm going to recommend that you actually choose a good, comprehensive online program where you could learn Spanish. Now, there are a lot of them out there. Of course, you heard of one called Rosetta Stone. To be honest, I don't really like it. I don't think it's that great. There's another one by Michel Thomas. Now, this guy is amazing. If you could get yourself a hold of Michel Thomas audio CD, please go ahead. It's amazing. He has a very simple technique of teaching you Spanish. It's not relying a lot on memory. It's not relying on homework. In fact, it relies nothing on memory and it relies nothing on homework. His technique is just very simple and unique and refreshing. I highly recommend Michel Thomas. But if you want to take it up a step higher, I recommend getting something comprehensive. Now, what I mean by comprehensive is that you not only get audio in terms of hearing the language and how to speak it by lessons through your audio, you also get games and you get quizzes and you get things to kind of track your progress. That's what I call a comprehensive program, which I think is probably your best bet if you're not going to get lessons. And the best one that I know is called Rocket Spanish. Rocket Spanish, in my experience, hands down, is probably the #1 comprehensive online Spanish program. If you're interested in it, please check out their website. I'll put the website in the link right here in the video at simplespanishlessons.com/rocket. I think that they're #1. There's a lot of them out there. There's another one called what is it called? Learn Spanish Like Crazy, I think. That one's pretty good too, but it's not as good as Rocket Spanish. Again, if you can, get yourself a copy of Michel Thomas's Spanish CDs. Those are good. But if you want something really more comprehensive to really augment everything else you're doing to learn Spanish, which is speaking with your girlfriend every single day, which is writing down the words that you don't know, checking them out on wordreference.com, and what else? Learning the structure. Absolutely learning the structure. A good way to learn the structure is to read. You're going to want to read a lot of books in Spanish. Start off with a lot of simple books and then work your way up to more complex books. Then, if you could afford it, it's not too expensive. It's for a one lifetime membership fee. You pay once. Get yourself a copy of Rocket Spanish. The link is in the website right here. The link is in the video. If you go through the link, you will get a discount. I really think, hands down, that the #1 on the internet. Of course, there's other good ones like Learn Spanish Like Crazy. They're pretty good, but not as good as Rocket Spanish. And there's also Rosetta Stone, which personally, I don't like Rosetta Stone. I don't recommend it to anybody. Some people learn from it, some people don't. Overall, I just don't like it, to be honest. But I think it's still a good program, Rosetta Stone. I don't like it. I prefer Rocket Spanish. But at the end of the day, guys, please understand that no Spanish program is going to teach you Spanish alone. You have to speak the language. You really have to speak it. You have to practice it. And you have to keep on going with it. Don't rely 100% on any single program. But if you are going to get a program, I recommend Rocket Spanish. Have a great time, guys. I hope you'll be speaking with your girlfriend's parents pretty soon in Spanish. It took me about 3 months to do it. Now I'm doing it. It's great. There's a lot of less stress on me right now that I can communicate with them. And shoot me an email and let me know how you guys are doing. Take it easy. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.